Let's answer another shadow work question. Today's question is, they've been doing shadow work for a year and the one concept they can't wrap their head around is triggering. What does it look like to be triggered? Being triggered is something we throw around constantly just as a turn of phrase. But what it actually means is an elevated emotional and physiological response. In other words, if something happens, like there's an experience or a stimuli, it causes you to have an immediate reaction that is negative. So this can be something like increased heart rate, feeling like your breathing gets shallow, getting angry and feeling that anger rise up through your body. It could be fear, anything that is kind of negative underneath the surface. The reason why this is important for shadow work is because we want to get to the root cause of why something is triggering, because it might not always be so simple on the outside. Example of why this matters. Let's say you're someone who's triggered by people canceling plans on you. It makes you feel abandoned or unworthy, and maybe you don't know that yet. Maybe you haven't even recognized what it makes you feel. All you know is when someone cancels plans on you, your heart starts to race, your breathing gets kind of shallow, you start to feel worthless, you start to feel like you have that inner monologue that is just barking at you with negativity. Well, the people around you might not have that same experience. If someone cancels on them, they might be thinking to themselves, jackpot, I'm going to watch Bridgerton for the next 3 hours in my underwear. This is why it's important. If it triggers you, it's a reaction that is not something that is an across-the-board reaction of all people. And so if it triggers you, there's an underlying reason why. Something that happened to you, maybe as a young child, maybe in a past life, that is making you have that intense reaction. So in this case, it could be feelings of abandonment, like maybe you had a parent who never really paid attention to you, or in a past life, you were left alone to die somewhere. When we can figure out what that trigger is and we can identify it by looking at those heightened emotions, then we can start to ask the questions to help us get to the root cause. And doing shadow work through meditation, we can actually see it. Let me know what other questions you guys have about shadow work, and like and follow for more shadow work and past life content.